Hello, YouTube. Salivate Metal here. Most of you are aware that the jobs numbers for May was was quite disappointing, and that led to the gold and silver going up at that time. But then, when the Fed decided not to raise interest rates, the gold and silver prices went up again, and we saw that just this morning going up over $1,300 for gold, and silver's flirting with the $18 amount. But nonetheless, it's quite fascinating to see. Most of us remember, and we're thinking in 2016 that the Fed were going to have 4 rate increases this year, and then they've since scaled it back to 2. And after this, some economists are saying that we will have no more interest rate hikes this year. And by the way, those hikes would be very, very minuscule at a quarter point each. So the economy is certainly fragile right now, by all accounts. The only one bragging about the economy is Barack Obama. Not even Hillary Clinton realizes that the economy is in trouble and the like. So it's quite fascinating. And what is that going to do to gold and silver prices? They're going to go up, and they're going to stay up, except for when things like this happen. Jo Cox, a member of parliament in the UK, was murdered. She was a Labour Party and was shot and stabbed in a horrific assault in her constituency. So quite awful to hear. But this death has caused the gold and silver prices to come back under $1,300 an ounce for gold, and a 34-cent drop in silver prices. And it just goes to show you how volatile the markets are. And the reason for that drop in price is because Jo Cox was a proponent of the European Union and wanted to keep Britain in the European Union. But an eyewitness told the BBC they heard her attacker shout, "Put Britain first," before the attack. And so apparently her support of the European Union is what eventually got her killed. And as for me, I think it's probably, I don't speak for, I'm obviously a foreigner, but I think that it's good to have British sovereignty, and a government that's closest to the people is much more effective than the one that's in Brussels, I guess, is where the European Union is. So nonetheless, Jo Cox was for the European Union keeping the UK in it and in the European Union, whereas a lot of poll numbers were showing that Brexit, which is the British exit from the European Union, was starting to gain some steam. And so what happened is after her death, there's a lot of serious talk about postponing the vote. So we shall see what happens there. And because of that postponement of the vote, gold and silver prices went down. And you're probably asking yourself, well, why would they go down because of something like that? Well, if there is a vote for the UK to leave the European Union, which is in financial trouble already as it is, Germany is holding it together, but Germany is in trouble right now, and they're the strongest economy in the European Union. And if they, in fact, their bonds have gone down to 0 return. So it's really fledgling right now. And if the UK leaves, that's going to make it even weaker. And if that makes it weaker, then that means that the economy, the European economy, is in much more trouble than it already is, and that's going to bring more safe haven to the precious metals such as gold and silver, and we will see those start to spike. So we are living on a reprieve right now, because there's talk about delaying that vote, which means the UK is still in the European Union right now. So it's going to be fascinating to see what happens. I think that aside from little dips like this, take advantage of them if you are in a buying mood, so to speak, or have funds available, because I believe that through the end of the year, we're going to see the precious metals either steadily climb or hold strong. at these numbers and not see many dips until the end. So hope you enjoyed the information in this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.